super cold out there. There are a number of shelters in Harrisburg for people that want to escape the chilly temperatures. But a lot of folks want to stay right there where you saw in the tents that they call home as part of that Amiracle Community.
And right now it is dealing with the aftermath of the storm, and they gave Andrew Klein an inside look at what they're now dealing with.
We've talked about this place since we first heard about the property purchase in June. And now we're getting a look at the conditions inside the Amiracle Community after a snowy Sunday. Blankets, hand warmers, and other things were given out to residents to try to keep people warm during the peak of the elements, but they also say you can never be prepared for this much snow. Well, a few tents at Amiracle Community did collapse yesterday. Officials with Amiracle for sure tell us many were able to take refuge in the warming shelters. The now enclosed pavilions have amenities and heaters powered by propane for the people on the lot to use when it gets as cold as it is now.
We have two of these. This one we're in currently is a cooking pavilion, and the other one is more of a congregating area, but people can come into either one of them. So if and when the weather gets really bad, we expect people to come inside. Don't try to fight it out in your tent. They're really not built for that.
One woman tells us her tent fell on her while she was inside. Tim says this snowfall gave them a good idea of what to expect for future weather events, and now he plans to build pergolas around the tents. For anyone who wishes to help out, you can do so by donating on the Amiracle Foreshore website, and they encourage you to use the Amazon wish lists on there as well. Live in Dauphin County, Andrew Klein, CBS 21 News.
The Amiracle Community, that's where so many of Harrisburg's homeless went after their other location was cleaned up. Now they are having to put things back together after yesterday's storm. Andrew Klein had a visit with them today. We knew this might be a challenge with all that heavy snow on top of those tents. What actually happened?
Yeah, Jolty, it was something that, they even spoke about was you cannot plan for this much snow. They were prepared. They had a number of different things that they did to prepare. They had some heating stations for people. They had hand warmers and blankets and everything that they handed out, but still so much snow is likely to lead to, on top of a tent, a collapse. That's what happened. They do have a couple of replacement tents. So everything that was destroyed, at least tent-wise, was supposed to be replaced and should have been replaced, by the end of the day today.
Well, we know that was the reluctance some people had to leaving, is they were told to go, to the shelters and go to a safer place, but some of them wanted to stay there to protect their places, and I guess it didn't work out. I know some other people, unfortunately, were trying to keep their own tent heated, but what happened with some of them?
Yeah, there was a fire with one of those tents that was trying to be heated up. In terms of what I saw earlier today, I did not see anything happen in terms of that fire. I did hear about it afterwards, but what we saw over there, that had not happened at the moment.
Do we know anything about the injuries?
Yeah, I believe it was two people inside the tent at the time and a dog as well. I believe they were taken to the hospital, and from there we are hoping to hear about further injuries and further details.
Any feeling for what the plan is moving forward? They're going to try to do this again, but better, or just hope it doesn't happen again? What are you hearing?
Well, yeah, nothing is going to change at Amiracle. I mean, they have, now they have heating stations for people that they have started to have propane tank. The executive director of Amiracle for short, Timothy White, told us earlier, he's bringing in multiple propane tanks a day. They go through them,
Wow,
8-9 hours at a time. And so they're bringing in 2 propane tanks a day, 3 propane tanks a day to keep it heated. What they're going to do in terms of storm coverage, they're hoping to build some structures on top of some of the tents to better protect them from the elements in the future. But overall, their game plan was what it is now, and for the most part, they're going to try to keep things the same moving forward, because overall, they're pretty confident and pretty happy with how things worked out. A couple of tents that went down, but they were able to quickly be replaced, which is exactly what they wanted to do, just in case they had any issues like that.
This was an extreme scenario, so we'll see what happens next time. Thanks for filling us in, Andrew Klein.